Aha. So just like I said, welcome. I believe others will be joining gradually. The boy is over. But anyways, let's just jump into it. So for those that are joining us for the very first time, this is what we do in our community. We do it on a monthly basis. Uh, for the past how many months, we've been doing this consistently. So for this month, we are having someone so important to us in terms of figuring out how the market works, and doing some market research, and then analyzing things for us. And the good part of it is that most of the people in our community are always asking about bamboo, bamboo, bamboo. So now you are seeing a team member of bamboo coming on board. I believe you, if you have questions, just keep as much question as you have. And by the time we begin to go deep into it, you'll be given opportunity for you to ask your question. Don't forget, keep the question. You can drop it in the chat while the call is going on. And at that point, at some point towards the end of the call, we allow people to ask questions directly, and we see where that leads us to. Don't forget, please, as much as possible, just keep things away so that you can pen down some important things and put them down. One thing about investment really is the fact that even if you don't have the fund to start, what is important is for you to have the base knowledge about how things work. If you have the base knowledge about how things work, then you can gradually begin to empower yourself, because you get to a point in your life where age has sum up, and there's that gap of the knowledge of investing that you didn't get early. But if you have the knowledge, you can then begin to build on any other things later on. That way you have that solidification that you need. But yeah, we just start, we just dive it into it so that I don't take too much of your time. Let me just share my screen while I do that. Like I mentioned, this is hosted by Pishon Puerta Capital, and our goal is to be able to empower people to learn about investing. So the education base is very important for us, because we believe if everybody is doing this right, it will create more like a double effect on the economy as a whole. And we want everybody to come into the investment market, be able to do one thing or the other, create liquidity in that space, and then enjoy your life, because at the end of the thing, that's what matters. Make money. So let me quickly share my screen, and then we get started with Mr. Give me a minute. Let me share my screen. But please, if you cannot hear me at any point, please let me know. And if you can hear me, also let me know, please. All right, great. Thank you, Henry. So we need someone to unmute themselves and let me know if they can see my screen. Just one person, Mr. Henry, you can unmute yourself and let me know if you can see my screen.
Sure, I can see your screen.
All right, great. Thank you so much. So I'll just jump right into it. Who Taiwo Adekeye is. Sorry, I might not read this whole thing. I believe you guys have seen it, but I will say some major thing in the aspect. First is someone that is into excellent workflow, let me put it that way, in the sense that he always tries to get hold of things that is happening in the market, always want to be ahead of things, always want to drive the core of what is happening, either in the market or investment as a whole. This has made him do a lot of things. I don't, there are some certain things I just don't want to say. A lot of things, but we mentioned, first, he's not just a financial person or a research person, he's also an engineer. And the base level of engineer is not just engineer that you just do somewhere and then you move on. But the fact that he came from an engineering background has given him a huge, what will I say, skills in terms of analysis and in terms of research. And that has also built up to what he is currently. I believe for some persons already know him, I know the wonderful thing he's doing. currently is with Bamboo team and is doing wonderful thing in the research team. I will allow you to listen to him and let him say the whole thing to you. I want you to do as we continue in this journey is please your pen, your jotter, whatsoever it is, put it down and write something. For me, I'm also doing the same. Regardless of whatsoever percentage I've made this year, I still want to make more. If I've done 10x, I want to do 100x. And that's why I'm here for me myself. So I'll try as much as I put my pen, write things that ask questions, right? Because there are some certain things I don't know too. Maybe I'll be able to make my 1000% this year or not, let's see. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And with this, I will pass the mic over to Mr. Taiwo Adekeye. Hi, Mr. Taiwo, are you with us?
Hi, Muyiwa.
Oh, hi, what's up? How you doing? Oh, I said, what's up? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad. You know. In all honesty, it took me so much courage to come to this meeting tonight. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I wish I would have won. Yeah, so I'm going to summon the courage to talk tonight, but we must make the money.
Yeah, very important. I mean, I support Arsenal too.
I thank you for the beautiful citation that you read. And also, It is a privilege to be connected to you. I love what you are doing. You're in design too. Hope you remember to tell them you're in design. Now you're coming to finance too. I was in a speaking engagement. I told them, yes, and through engineering, I saw the light, but finance has made me see the greater light, in all honesty, because my life has been transformed 360-degree in terms of finances, in all honesty. If I should come in the next world, I will choose to come as a finance person, in all honesty.
Oh, okay.
Without much ado, there are lots you are going to learn tonight, but your transformation will only be hinged on you going back to learn all of these things I'm going to say tonight. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of things because one of our mantra in my circle, that is Warren Buffett, I'm a lifelong student of Warren Buffett. We keep things simple. We keep things simple. We keep things simple. We keep it simple. Whatsoever I'm sharing tonight, believe you me, that is how I do my analysis. That is how I sit down to learn. That is how I put things out there, in all honesty. So tonight I'll be sharing my slide. Where is slide presentation? So before I get there, the first step towards investing is the security of funds. And I tell people the return of your money is more important than the return on your money. I tell people before you invest, you must make research about whatsoever platform you are using. And one of the best ways to do that, am I sharing my screen?
No, not yet.
Oh my God. Yet. Let me share entire screen. Okay. So I tell people the first step towards intelligent investing is that your funds must be secured. What do I mean by this? Whatsoever platform you are using, it must be a trusted platform. And how can you know a trusted platform? Is by going to SEC websites to confirm all of this. I think right away, let me just put you on how to confirm whether a platform is legit or not. Because there's invention of AI. AI is going on day by day. They are improving day by day. So people can come up with a lot of platforms. And it can be profited in a twinkle of an eye. 2 trillion will be wiped up away from the economy. So the first thing you just do is confirm if you can see my screen. Just go to SEC websites.
Yeah, it's up.
.gov.ng. From there, you click investors. From that portion, I think you find a registered operator. So as for me, I use Bamboo to trade. Let me see if Bamboo is not yet. I'm going to withdraw my money tonight. Sorry, by Monday. Can you see Bamboo here?
Yes, you can.
So every other person too can go to this website and check. Whether the broker you are using, whether they are licensed or not. That is the first step towards intelligent investing. So the second thing I'm going to talk about tonight is that your transformation is hinged on your discipline. If you must receive anything tonight, if you must be transformed by tonight's teaching, it is not going to stop here, but it will be that you are going back to go over and over again whatsoever I'm teaching tonight, because it is the simplest of things I am going to teach tonight. I do it no other way, except probably I'm reading other research reports. I have been doing this, I have been maintaining this simple way, and I've been getting results over and over again. So let me begin by sharing my slides.
Also, we want results too. We want to have like that big money. You know those big money.
Confirm if you can see my slide.
Yeah, we can see your slide. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So every great investment begins long before the purchase. It begins with market research.
Mr. Taiwo, 1 minute.
Yes.
I don't know if you can close this, the meeting Google, the little panel on the right hand side. Yeah, you can close that. Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So every great investment begins long before the purchase. Meaning before you are buying any stock, you have done your assignment. You have made the necessary research. And that is why you see on social media, when people started talking about any stocks, it means it has been too late. But if you have done your research, you are going to profit a lot from the market. So just follow me as we journey together. So what is market research? So simply put, market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting information. There are a lot of data, but only a few people are doing things with data. We hear that, NGS have released Access Bank results. How many people have gone to look at Access Bank results? When you hear the Access Bank result is out, what you are hearing is data. When you open that Access Bank results on NGS websites, it gives you this. Can you see this, Kuso?
Yes.
It gives you an information. It is the analysis of this information that gives you insights. And it is the conviction you get from this insight that makes you to make a decision. When you stop at this insight, you will never be a partaker of profit that comes from the market. It is not possible. But when you make a decision through the conviction you got from this insight, it is going to earn a profit. So there are two major ways to make money from the market. Number one is either you analyze yourself. Number two, or you leverage on the analysis of sound investors. So market research is the process of gathering, analyzing, interpreting information about companies, industries, economic trend, consumer behavior, financial performance before committing your hard-earned capital. I tell people the greatest risk in life comes from not knowing what you are doing, and that is one of the prominent sayings of my father, Warren Buffett. It is a great risk that you are buying a stock and you are not knowing the reason why you are buying the stock. I don't think I've done that in my life before, in all honesty. Yes, I bought crypto without knowing the reason. I've jumped in I trade synthetic indices before. I've jumped in a market for no reason. When you see the stock market, I have never traded any stock in my life without a reason. And when people tell me, why should you buy this stock? I provide the answer. This is what I am saying. So you must not get into the market without having any conviction. So at the end of this class, you must be able to do the simplest of things by yourself. So market research is the habit of gathering facts about a company and its industry, then deciding what fact say a share is what before you risk a single naira. Price is not value. When you look at probably your trading app, price that there are just a lot of people who just come to quote their price. This one will quote their price, but the true research is going to show you the true worth of a stock. Just like I tell people, it's just like, oh, yeah, you went to the market. Okay, I was traveling one day, so I got to one place they call it Sabo. So they brought a bunch of a lot of coconuts. So the guy was like, telling me, oh, this is 5K. In my own head, I said, this thing is not worth 5K, it's 3K. Do you believe he sold for me? Another person came, the person bought it 5K. So I remember the guy was not like telling his friend in another language that I sold this thing for 5K for that other guy now, and this man is buying it 3K. That is him. I looked at it, I knew the worth. I said, no, I cannot pay more than this for this. See, before you can be a good trader, it stems from your day-to-day activities in the normal markets. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm a guy, I'm a man, I know if the price stuff. No. You can never be a good trader. Because as a trader, your mindset in a market is that you are buying at a discount. You are buying at a discount. So, a friend's tip, a WhatsApp group, a hotline, none of these are research. Research means checking the numbers yourself. You are checking the numbers. When you hear data, you open the data, it becomes an information to you. When you analyze the information, it gives you an insight. It is the conviction you get from that insight that propels your decision. And when you take that decision, you are going to read from the market. So good research work starts from top down, from top to bottom. That is top-down analysis. From the whole economy down to making a decision. So when we talk about the economy, we are talking about inflation. I'm going to talk about this deeply, not too deep, but just on the surface level, whereby you tend to understand it perfectly. Please, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So when you talk about inflation, you're talking about interest rates, you're talking about foreign exchange, you're talking about GDP. When you talk about sector, you're talking, okay, what sector is doing well right now? When you talk about company, you're analyzing company individually, then the final valuation, then you make a decision. So let me just touch all of this one by one so I can get full grasp of it. So there are 4 major trusted sources whereby you can get real-time information. If you cannot maintain these 4 major sources, I am pleading you must go to 2, at least 2. You see, NGX and Nairametrics, please don't joke with it. As I have Nairametrics on my phone. I have Nairametrics on my phone. I open Nairametrics the way I open my WhatsApp. I go to Nairametrics the way I operate my WhatsApp. That is how I live. I open Yahoo Finance the way I operate my WhatsApp. It is whatsoever news they release on NGX, that is what Nairametrics analyze. When NGX tend to release raw data, Nairametrics is going to analyze. So you must make do with Nairametrics and NGX at least, please. Economic basis for beginners. You cannot understand the stock market without first understanding the economy. It is not possible. If you must do well in the stock market, you must understand the economy. And the economy, understanding the economy is no big deal at all, because I'm going to break it down tonight. Because I tend to keep things very, very simple. Very, 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 very. When I'm doing my analysis, I don't do any model, and I've been doing this for years. At least it should be 3 years right now. Yes, 3 good solid years of trading stocks consistently, of looking at the market day by day without breaking ranks. There's no day I don't check the markets. Every blessed day I check the markets. Because I know poverty does not have respect for anybody in life. So if you must be wealthy in life, you must take your financial life seriously. So the economy is the soil from which the stock market grows. So what happens in the economy shapes earnings, and what happens in earnings shapes the stock market. So what do I mean by this? If the economy is doing well, company is going to have good results, and when company have good results, a lot of investors, they tend to put their money in that stocks. So let us look at 4 major factors that affect the stock market. Please, I want you to give rapt attention to whatever I'm saying. When you look at exchange rate, it affects the market a lot, especially dollar to naira. It affects the market a lot. So when exchange rate depreciates, it affects a lot of companies, especially companies that import goods, because imported goods become more expensive. So when you talk about naira depreciation, probably naira was trading for 1,500 naira to $1 like 10 months ago. And now it is now trading for 1,600 naira. That means the naira has depreciated. That means our naira has lost its value. Meaning, if people are buying goods from diaspora, they have to pay more money. And when they pay more money, more money, it's going to affect those people at the final end that are going to purchase those goods. And when me and you, when we see that, oh, goods are becoming expensive, we tend to cut our expenses. So when I and you, we cut our expenses, it's going to impact on company financials. When company financials is not strong, when they post it on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and you would say we are no more buying the shares, and the shares tends to go down. That is the impact of exchange rates on the stock markets. You must have this understanding day by day. What I just said, tomorrow you forget it. Believe you me, next 4 days you forget it. But believe me, the next 5 days, when you go back to it again, it sticks to your head. So what do we mean when naira appreciates? Say naira was trading for 1,500 naira 4 months ago. Today, it's trading for 1,200 naira per dollar. It means naira has strengthened. So by that, if I'm importing goods, the money I'm going to give them abroad is going to be cheap. So when the goods are cheap, I cannot sell it as expensive at an exorbitant price to people at the other end. So when they say, oh, this goods is cheap, people will tend to buy it. And that makes companies' earnings to go up. So maybe Access Bank release their financial result and it is good. Everywhere is green. People will tend to put their money. Say, oh, this company, it is financially healthy. But everything boils down to the economy. Look at how I analyze how exchange rate impacts the market. You must have this solid understanding. If you don't understand the economy, you are gambling in the stock market, in all honesty. You are gambling. You are not different from somebody playing Best Nigeria. I don't know why Nigerians will castigate those people a lot, religious-wise. They are playing naira bets, but a lot of people will go and buy stocks without having, a lot of people will go and buy stock with zero understanding. We are in the same category as those people playing bets. Because Bet Nigeria does not have fundamentals. You are buying stock, you don't have fundamentals too. You are in the same category. But I don't know why Nigerians, we see, okay, people are buying stock without having good knowledge. They are doing well. Why those people doing bets? I don't like, I still reason it day by day. I cannot get a clear understanding to the analysis. Seriously. Seriously. So when you talk about interest rates, this is very important. You hear a lot of times they are saying, oh, they want to do MPC meeting. You hear MPC meeting. CBN want to do MPC meeting. What they just want to tell you at the end of the meeting is that, oh, did they increase interest rates or they did not increase interest rates? And you must have this understanding tonight that the stock market and interest rates, I'm talking about relationship between the stock market and interest rate. They are diametrically opposed, meaning when interest rate goes up, the stock market tends to come down, and when interest rate goes down, the stock market tends to go up. What do I mean by this statement? Now, interest rate is just like the cost of borrowing money. Let me simplify it. Now, I'm into business, and I want to expand my business. Please just forget about this slide. Just listen. I think the major thing is just understanding what I'm saying. This slide, I should avail it to everyone. You can always go back to it because it took me a lot of great time to prepare this slide. So now, the interest rate is just about the cost of borrowing money. What do I mean by this? Just like you want to go and borrow a loan from the bank, and they are telling you 10%. It means that is the interest rate. That is what is going to cost you to get that 500 million naira from the bank as a loan. So when bank tells you, oh, no, you want to collect 19% from you when you borrow money from us, that is a huge one. So when borrowing becomes expensive for a company, meaning I own Dangote Sugar Company now, and I want to expand, then I went to approach Citibank, I went to approach JP Morgan, and JP Morgan is telling me, Mr. Man, come, you are paying 15%. That is too exorbitant. It's too much. So what is the impact of that? When interest rate goes up, borrowing becomes expensive for companies. As like I said, expansion slows, profit tends to decline. Investors shift their money to T-bills and bond. Let me explain that. Maybe the central bank released their MPC results. I think the last one should be 26.5%. Probably it was 24% before. They now changed it to 26.5%. A lot of people will tend to remove their money from the stock market. Why? Because normally some people do go and borrow money to come and trade. Now they said they are collecting 24% for. Now they are not saying 26%. It will be too exorbitant for you. So people will just say, oh, so this is 26%. No, I can no longer collect money from them. Meaning, I cannot come and trade in the stock market. Naturally, I'll go and take the loan at 24%. Then I'll bring my 1.5 billion to the market. But for the fact that this interest rate has increased, I am not taking that money to the market again. I am not borrowing from bank again. So naturally, if I should take the money to the market, it's going to have a huge impact on stock prices. It's going to make stock prices to go up. Retail investors will tend to gain a lot of money. But this time around, no, I'm not taking the money to the market. Oh, let me remove the money from the market. Baba, I cannot pay you again. Take your money back. Take your 24%. I can't give you 26%. Then you see the market tanking. And when you look at the Treasury bill market, that one, their rate tends to go up. So when there's an increase in rates, the T-bills market and the bond market goes up, while the stock market go down. I have explained that. I can reiterate again. When interest rate goes up, that is when the CBN people come on Tuesday. They usually do the meeting Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday, they're announcing, oh, MPR has gone up. That is cost of borrowing funds. MPC meeting. MPR has gone up. You see market will start to tank, go down. A lot of people will start putting their money in T-bills in the next auction because the rate is going to jump up. Smart investors like I and you should make the most of all of this opportunity. But the reason why I and you cannot make the most of this opportunity is that I and you, we are not liquid enough. If I'm worth 50 billion today, I'll make a lot of money from this market, in all honesty, because when they increase, I'll go and be a player in the fixed income market too. I'll be juggling between the two markets. When you understand the economy, see, you are going to make a lot from the markets. But a lot of people that understand the economy that are not doing so well in the market is because they are not patient enough. Because the stock market rewards patience. So when when interest rate decreases, that is the cost of borrowing money. Oh, Taiwo, we gave you money at 24%. Oh, this time around, we are giving you at 21%. Oh, please, I'm no longer borrowing 500 million. Can you give me 10.6 2 billion. Oh, let me not shout this. You will come and raise my house. So let me borrow 10.2 billion from me. You are giving me at 21%. Imagine I should bring 10.2 billion to the market. Retail investors, if I should enter GTB and Zenith, people will start flying on Tuesday and Wednesday. The market will just start going up, pumping up, because they've reduced their interest rate to 21%. And I tend to go to them, oh, instead of giving me 1.5 billion as usual, 500 million as usual, can I get 4.5 billion from me? Then I take it to the market. If you must do well in this market, you must understand the economy. If you are disconnected from the economy, you are disconnected from profits. If you are disconnected from understanding, having a full-fledged understanding of the economy, you're automatically disconnected from making profits. So, impact of inflation on the market. As you all know from economics, inflation is a general increase in price of goods and services. I said production costs rise. When inflation increases, the cost of production tends to become high. Now they are selling the goods for 6 naira. Before now it is 14 naira. Why is it 14 naira? Because there is surge in the cost of fuel and other stuff. So when inflation decreases, businesses tend to do well. Let me not just waste more time on that. So you can just go over this. So before picking a stock, okay, so I want to talk about good. Now you can just go over what I just finished saying, like understanding the basics of the economy. So now I want to talk about sectorial analysis. Please, at this juncture, I would like you to pay rapt attention. So let me just leave this, okay? So before picking a stock, you pick a sector. Roughly 70 to 80% of an individual stock return is driven by what its sector is doing. Let me explain. Because as you all know, the rally in banking stocks. But the fact that that sector was rising, it impacted other banking stocks also. Even though some of them does not have fundamentals. You can see the surge in GTCO. I think GT was the first bank to trade over the 100 mark. Yes, GT traded above 100 mark, and I remember Zenith was 70 something. Zenith who joined GTB. Why? Because the sector was booming. The sector was booming. And let me just show you a picture of what I mean by that. So this is NGX. Can you? So can you see this NGS sectorial glance?
Yes.
So now, look at
expand the slide.
You said what?
You might want to expand the slide itself. Maybe you slide show or something.
It's okay.
Like, is it okay like this?
Yeah.
So now this report, I got this report from NGX. That is why I said you must be conversant with NGX. You must be conversant with NGX. This is a weekly report. This report was released either this morning or last night, either of the two. Now let us look at what the banking stocks has done. That is this, when you see NGX banking index, it's talking about the banking sector. Look at it. They say from the beginning of this year, this year to date means from the beginning of this year till on Friday, this is what the banking index has done, 55.57%. This result is the sum total of what all the stocks in banking sector has done. So when they accumulate everything, when they took the average of everything, it results at 55.57. That is what it has done. When you look at this, is oil and gas. Oil and gas has done 123.94. And the only stock that has brought this 123.94 to this level is Aradel. Look at the insurance index. They've not done so well. 6.20. So when you look at all this data, you use it to make informed decision. So there's something we call shifting cultivation in our Greek. And you can relate it to this sectorial analysis. When you plant a crop at a particular spot, it tends to lose nutrients. You go to another point again to plant another crop again, so as to make the most of that tilled ground. Because you have been planting on this same land, at a point, it's going to reach its elastic limit, whereby it cannot give more nutrients, it cannot support more plant growth. So what you should do in that state is that you do shifting cultivation. And this is what this sectorial analysis is all about. You don't need to do any analysis. What you just need to do, just come to this NGS report. Look at this insurance index now. It has done only 6.20%. And I and you know that there is this insurance capitalization that is currently going on. So if you have money, you can also diversify to this sector. It has made just 6.20% just this year. Why that of bank has done 55.57. Oil and gas has done 123.94%. The consumer goods index has done 23.37. So instead of just probably you are in on banking stocks alone, because if you should know banking stock before, banking stocks, they are stocks that are stagnant. You can go and make verification from senior people that have been trading stocks. They are stocks that has been stagnant for years. When I tend to know this stock, I tend to know Zenith Bank when Zenith Bank was trading at 30 naira. Zenith Bank that is one something right now. I tend to know the stock when it was trading at 30 something. So you must learn to do sectorial rotation. You don't need to do any analysis. You know, I tell you, I keep things simple. Just come to this and I'll show you how to get this report on end. This is just a snapshot. And it was the report is for 29th of May. Yes, yesterday. You don't need anything, you don't need to make things difficult. Just come, pick banking index. You are looking at insurance sector. You are looking at consumer goods index. You are looking at industrial goods index too. Look at the one that has done little, and that has done giving you little profits. You can also diversify to that aspect. But how can you diversify your stocks across this sector when you don't know the stocks that constitute each of these sectors? So let me share you something here. I think I need to. Okay, good. So sectors and major stocks. I believe a lot of people are familiar with banking sector stocks. But when you ask people, can you name 5 stocks in consumer goods? A lot of us might not even know them. So stocks that constitute consumer goods, they are Nestle, Nigerian Breweries, Puerta Foods, Agri, oil and gas. You can see Seplat, Orlando, Itana, Honoi. Industrial goods, see Dangote Cement, you have Brass Cement, you have Lafarge, you have Julius Berger, Telecoms, MTN, Airtel Africa. There are many. Probably later I can just list a lot of them, then I can just share it out too. I just decided to list small just to make the most of these meetings. So you must understand stocks that are in this sector. So I think I'm going to stop sharing this slide. So I want to show you people how to know what percentage a stock has done from the beginning of this year up until now. I don't know. Is that so important? Should I go ahead to do that?
Yeah, so
You know, I was talking about sector analysis.
Please do, please
Now,
do.
if you should come here to look at banking stocks now, oh, banking stock has done 55.57. But how can you know some of those banking stocks that has not done exceedingly well? Then you need to look at individual stocks that constitute banking sector. So let me just end this slideshow. So like I said, you must be conversant with nairametrics. You must be conversant with NGX, and you also be conversant with investing.com. There is no day I don't visit investing.com. So now you can just go to investing.com. This is very, very simple. Now I tell you, I keep things simple. I don't complicate things. I don't just go overly extra mile to do DCF, to do no. Just keeping it simple. So now, this is, can you see my interface?
Yes.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
give me 1 minute, please. Let me quickly put.
Hi, Taiwo, we can hear you.
Yeah. Just 1 minute, please.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, please.
Just so you know, you are still sharing your screen. And if you are looking for someone that can help you go and find that person, whoever the person is, just kidding. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking for $10 million. Yeah.
That's not a problem. Once you get to the office on Monday, just let me know. I'll send it over.
Okay, noted. Yeah, so I'm talking about investing.com. You know, this tool is very, this site is very powerful. It's very powerful. You know, I met a broker. So I just where I was working before. So I met a broker. So we started gisting, and they're like, oh, let me even look at the markets. So I had to like tell him, oh, let me quickly use your laptop because I wasn't in my laptop. My MD sent me a message. So I went there, so let me just look at what is it not? There's this bank. So I just checked it. So the guy was like asking me, so Nigerian stocks too, you can check their charts. I said, I don't understand. He said this is the first time he's knowing that day, that was the first time I was knowing that, oh, you can actually look at Nigerian stocks, they have charts. And these things, they are not hard at all. So let me just go to investing.com. 1 minute. So investing.com. So I want to look at what percentage has these stocks done. What stock should we look at? So let me look at Zenith Bank. So this is Zenith Bank. You can see Nigerian logo here. You can see Lagos here. Click it. Don't know why it's not loading. Zenith Bank. Yes, so this is Zenith Bank. What next? Okay, yes. So this is Zenith Bank. So you scroll down, you go and check historical data. Now, I said something. A sector might have done well massively, but there are certain stocks that have good fundamentals. What do I mean by fundamentals? That they have good top line and good top line that is Their revenue is good, their profit after tax is good, but they are yet to do exceedingly well. Yes, the sector has done well, but there are some particular stock of concern that are yet to do well. How do you know this? Just come to this investing.com, then go to historical data. So you now come to this place. You command this by telling it, oh, what data do you want to pick from January 1st, 2026. The last market close was yesterday, that's 29th. Okay, good. Then you now click apply. So it's yet to load. It's going to bring the what the stock was trading on the 1st of January up until this time. So the last close of Zenith Bank is 131 naira. So it's still loading. Let me see what's going on. One minute, please. Anyways, so let me use another method of getting that, but I would have loved this to load. Or can somebody just confirm the price of Zenith Bank as at the 1st of January for me? So it is in the last close was 131 naira, but I can believe you me, it was trading less than 70 naira at the start of the year. Yes. I don't know why this.
Hi, can you hear me? Zenith back as at January was 61.80 kobo.
61.80 kobo.
61.80 kobo, right?
Yes.
So year to date, let us calculate what has Zenith done. I'm just telling you because all of this analysis, they are not hard at all. Like, don't allow anybody to bobo you outside by giving you plenty research document, then you read and read for days, and you tend to dump it. Maybe I can just look at one or two, and from your end, I'm making stock recommendation. You don't need any profit to do that. So now, Zenith was trading at the 1st of January, 60 what? 66, right?
61.80 kobo.
1 naira 80 kobo, and it's trading at 131. So the old price was 61.80. The new price is 131. So what you just do is not the normal secondary school stuff. Is that new minus old over old? Yes, that's 131 naira minus 61.80 all over 61.80. Meaning, if you had bought Zenith Bank at the beginning of this year, probably, or you bought it at the last closing day of 2025, you would have been making 111.97% right now. That's for Zenith Bank. But so it might not be so for UBA. If you look at UBA now, maybe UBA is just making 5% just this year. But I can bet you that Access Bank has not made up to 50%. Access Bank has not made up to 30% this year. Currently speaking, yes. Because at the point the stock traded up to like 33 naira or 32 naira. And now Access Bank should be trading less than 25 naira right now. The sector said, the sector has done well, but there are some certain stock there that are yet to do well. So if you are going on the long term, so long they have good financials, you can look at those stocks and invest in them. I know a client I told, oh, Access Bank was trading for 21 naira. 21 to 22. I said, guy, buy Access Bank. I said, buy Access Bank. Buy Access Bank. I was happy he bought Access Bank. The Access Bank was trading above 30 something naira. He told me, what next? What do you want to do? Take out your profits. You know, one thing you must avoid in this life is that avoid the market taking and trading you up and down. Oh, you know you are not trading for the long term. If you have made 30 to 40% in the market, please take off your profits. All of us want to be like Warren Buffett, long-term money. See, you need to save yourself first. To first save your life. You need to save yourself first. I tell people, you get to a level whereby you are not spending your salary. Invest it. It is the proceeds from it. That is what you eat. So let us just continue. A sector might have performed very, very well, but there are certain stocks in that sector that are yet to do well. So how do you know it? It's by going to this investing.com that I said. Go to investing.com. What you just need to do, type the name of the stock there, like Zenith Bank. Click it. From there, go down. Go to historicals. What do you say? So when you go to historical price, just come to this place. Just change your dates here from January 1 to up until this date started. Just apply it. That is all. You don't need any other. That is how you can get what percentage has the stock done from January 1st up until now. So let me go back to my slide. So now, when you look at this oil and gas now, it has done exceedingly well. It has done 123%. Look at the likes of Oando. Oando is yet to do anything. Look at the likes of Seplas. Seplas too has done, giving shareholder reward. There has been share price appreciation. But look at Oando. It has not contributed anything there. Look at the likes of Aradel. But the reason why you will not go and buy Oando is that they don't have good fundamentals right now. Their management is nothing to write home about. I say it anywhere in the world, right? Currently speaking. Because Oando will go and acquire businesses, they are yet to show any reward for shareholders. They said they went to acquire Konoko and other businesses, but it is not showing their financials yet. Their board, they don't have a strong board. So you can see this is a stock that has traded more than 100 naira, and Oando is trading less than 50 naira right now. So it's not even advisable to buy such stocks. So that is on sectorial analysis. So we want to go to fundamental analysis for stock picking. This is very, very important. Yeah, we are getting close to the end of this class. There's nothing here at all. If you understand this, you don't have any reason you should chase people. You don't need to chase anybody. Just go over this class over and over again, then you are good. Fundamental analysis tells you about a company past. You see, in this stock market, you judge people by their past. It's only Jesus Christ that will not judge you by your past, too. But you see, this market, you tend to judge company by their past. Oh, UBA, you people used to pay dividend, Abi. Even though if you should pay what you don't, you like giving little, we are going to suffer you coming quarter. That's why you see the stock, it is not going anywhere. But look at the likes of GTCO. They are rewarding shareholders. They are paying dividend. People are putting extra money. People are reinvesting their dividend. So in the stock markets, you judge it by their past results. You judge stocks by their past results. So I tell people that key valuation metrics you must look for in company financials. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to know it in total. Once you see a company top line and bottom line, what do I mean by top line? Their revenue is good. Bottom line means profit after tax. Once it is good, that is a good signal that the company is good. I'm not saying that it means the company is overly good. It is a good signal. Now, there's what we call coming. So there's what we call price to, okay, let me go back. So I want people to just go over this. I don't want to, okay, what does revenue mean? It shows how much money you have made through a business. So in Nigeria, you must look for consistent year-on-year growth. What do they mean by this? When a company releases its financials, maybe a company releases its financials for 2025. Beside that 2025 results, they are going to put 2024 results. So that you can compare the two results. Oh, did the company do well from 2024? Did they do well when you benchmark it to what they did in 2025? Oh, revenue for 2024 was 1 billion. Revenue for 2025 is 1.9 billion. Good one. Profit after tax is very important. If you are not checking anything, you see this revenue, their turnover, profit after tax. It means after we have removed every other things, we have paid off those people that made this production a reality. We are making this money. Profit after tax is very important. It means the real profit left for shareholder after all expenses and obligations has been made. Profit after tax. They've paid their tax. Then they are making 1 trillion in PAT. That is a big one. So side by side, you are going to see profit after tax. Okay, let me just share you a company financials. Let's just look at it briefly. I'll come back to those ratios. I was looking at the financials today. Okay, this should be for NEM Insurance. So this is a company called NEM Insurance. This is their 2024 results. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
So now, see, don't be scared of opening companies financial. Don't be scared. Like I said initially, see, there are a lot of jargons. All of these, there are a lot of jargon. They are not jargons, so to the accountants, they are very important. To me, they are important. But you see, when you are doing analysis, see, keep it simple. I'm going to share a template after this class. I'm going to share it. I'm going to send it to Muyiwa. Then Muyiwa is going to share it for everyone that is on this platform. I've designed it such a, what you just need is that just come here and pick their number, put it on the Excel sheet, come here and pick profit after tax. It's going to show you the full glance of that company in less than 3 minutes. Look at the revenue for this company now. Can you see it?
Yes.
This is 97 billion. Initially, that was 2023. This is 2023. 2023, they made 52 billion. Now, this company made 97. The coming year, they made 88%. Have you seen this 88%? It is a good sign. So you now go to this profit after tax. Profit for the year. They made 29 billion. The one they made initially was 12 billion. So at the end of the year, when you benchmark that of 2023 to 2024, it is 126%.
That means this company is financially healthy. You don't need any other thing. Like, you don't even need to stress yourself again. You don't need to stress yourself. You know, this is what I tell people. If you want this analysis to be, how will I put it? If you don't want to overly stress yourself, just have like 4 friends. Oh, yeah, one day, what's up? Me, let us look at Access Bank. You pick Fidelity. You pick Dangote Sugar. Then you have your templates. Oh, everybody should just go to NGS website to download. I'm going to show you how you are going to download it from NGS website. Do your own. Then everybody will come together. Oh, what's your results? Let me look at Access Bank from you. Where's your Dangote Sugar? Or where's your Fidelity? That is how to do it. If you don't want to overly overwhelm yourself. When you look at social media investors, they are saying, oh, go and buy Access Bank. Me, I won't lie to you. If they don't tell you why you should buy it, you can tell your friend. They are saying you should go and buy name insurance. You should go and buy Japan Gold. Yes, it is fine. Oh yeah, come, let us come together. Oh yeah, pick our social media investors say you should go and buy this. But did not tell us the reason. Oh yeah, pick their financials. You pick this. Look at it. Is the financial statement healthy? So let me quickly show you how to download all of these financials from NGX. So just type NGX. So this is NGS website. Don't be scared. Type it on your phone anywhere, on your laptop. Don't be scared. Go to NGX, then go to data. When you get to data, go to company results, then click company results. So when you click company results, oh, I'm looking for that of Zenith Bank. Zenith, you type Zenith at this place, then you tend to go and click Zenith. But if you don't want to bother yourself, you are looking for their latest financials. As you click Zenith, just go back and just be looking at what's their disclosures. This is Zenith Bank Q1 financial statement. That is not what we are looking for. We are looking for the full year. So this is Zenith Bank audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December. So you click it. So it is loading. So we will be wrapping up very soon. So after this, I'm just going to show you technical analysis. See, don't be scared. Like all these things, they are Chinese. There's nothing there. Once you just get it, you can go over this slide later. You see that all this stuff, there's nothing there. But the major thing is just that you just be in the news. Just be in the news. That is just it. It's not something that is overly difficult. It is not difficult at all. But the major thing is that just keep it simple. Keep it simple. It's those people that just take it as one big stuff, they tend not to make money from the market because there's nothing difficult in the market. What makes it difficult is people's impatience. I tell people I tend to lose money in the market. It is because I want to lose that money. But if I am patient enough, I know I'm going to make more money from the market. You know, sometimes you might invest money now and, oh, there might be an emergency. Oh. You might want to withdraw that stock, but it might end in loss. In a real sense, it's not actually loss. It's because you just needed that money at that time. So now these financials would soon load. I don't know why it is slow. I don't know. So sometimes when we see Q5, it means it is full year financials. So now, this is Zenith Bank. Oh. So let us just scroll down. You see the clear picture now. Where's the results now? I don't understand. My business is climate. Mm-hmm. I think they are done with all these advertisements. So, since so, mm-hmm. Coming. Okay, this is in millions. Okay, good. This is millions. So now, can you see? This is their net interest income. It's just like when you see for banks, they don't put their revenue, they put net interest income. It's like it's the same thing as revenue for consumer goods industry. So this net interest income, you can see in 2025, whole of 2025, they made 2 trillion. That is revenue. In 2024, they made 1.7 trillion. So they have good revenue here. That is one. So profit after tax, I'm not talking about profit before tax. So profit after tax, they made 1 trillion 40 billion the last time. Sorry, this 2025. So in 2024, they made 1 trillion 32 billion. You can see that this is a plus. This is Zenith Bank. Like that. So you can just come here, just download the financials. Oton. Then what is the next thing you are going to do? So I built an Excel model, not model in the real sense. Look at this. So here you look at the financials. You can just do a kind of you can use your phone to snap it. Then you can just come to your Excel sheet. You start entering it. Then it's going to give you the real picture. Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can.
I went to look at names, insurance, and results for 2024. Then I tend to enter their results, each one here. Oh, what's the revenue they made in 2024, 2025? I've already embedded the formula. I've done the formula here. So yours is just to put their figure. It's going to give you the true picture of the company. Can you see the true picture? Can you see everything is green? Their total assets, their total liabilities, their total equity. I built the formula. Just to enter this one here, enter this one here. It's going to give the percentage automatically. So you don't need to stress yourself looking at 10 companies. Get 10 friends together. How far you look at this one? Everybody should understand how to do it. Oh yeah, I'm done with mine. I can send a screenshot of this to the group. Oh, I'm just glancing at it. Their top line is good. What's their ROE? What's their price to earning ratio? That is how to do it. If you don't want to disturb yourself so much. Yeah, so I'm going to share this with Muyiwa. So you can just look for any company. You can just put any bank here. Then you start entering all of your data here, one by one. So instead of going through all of those things, their revenue, profit after tax is enough, and all of these ratios is good for you to make decisions. So that one is one. So let me go back to my slide. I'm almost done. Slide. So this is the raw. Can you see my screen? Slideshow.
Yes, we can see.
Yes, so this is the raw data I took from NGS. I did a snapshot. Then after going through these snapshots, you can see their income statements. Their statement of you can see like balance sheet now here, total assets, total equity here. So I got the snapshot. This is the raw snapshot. Then I went to the Excel sheet I was showing you. This is my result from the Excel sheet. Like this is the summary of the company financials. This is not something difficult, but there's nothing there. I'm going to share these Excel documents, whereby look at any company, can just be imputing them. Can just be imputing it there. You don't have any issues. If you have questions, just get it across to Muyiwa. You can only send them to me. So, but there's what we call, and there are some key valuation metrics I really want you to understand. Apart from this revenue and profit after tax, there's what we call this price to earning ratio. This is very important. This is very important. These are financial ratios. They are very important. I stated that any PE ratio that is below 8 to 10 it means the company is cheap. All of this, you can go and read everything later. If it is above 25, before you can enter that stocks, whether generally the company financials is good, and also we are in a bull market, meaning the stock market is running. So if the price to earning ratio is above 25, you can still enter that stock because the market is in a bull period. So how do you calculate price to earning ratio? So if Zenith Bank earns 5 naira per share, and the stock is currently trading at 35 naira, so the PE ratio is 7 times. It means Zenith Bank is low. I'm not saying it is low because Zenith Bank is not trading at 35 naira. So price to earning ratio. So this earnings here, it is called EPS, earning per share. It is always on the financial statements. Let me go back. That EPS, you don't need to calculate it at all. Can you see EPS here? Can you see this EPS here?
Yeah, sure.
So like this one is in Kobo now. So you are going to convert it to Naira. This 580 divided by 100 is 5.80. So you don't need to calculate EPS. So you go back to this. This ratio is very important. Price to earning ratio. This ratio is going to tell you whether a company is overvalued or undervalued. Just keep it simple. Now, I say the Zenith Bank is having EPS of 5 naira. Just where I went to check it, in financial statement, you always see it there. You don't even need to calculate it yourself. They're always calculating it for you. You don't need it. So price to earnings ratio, this earnings here means earnings per share, EPS. The E here means EPS is on financial statement. So why the price is the current price of that stock. So now, if Zenith Bank earns 5 naira per share, that is EPS, and currently trade as 35 naira. So the formula is price over earnings. So the current market price is 35, while the earnings is EPS is 5 naira. So it means the PE ratio is 7 times. And for Nigerian stocks, P ratio of 8 to 10, it means it is cheap. But if it is above 25, it means it is expensive. So you must understand this. You see this profit after tax, revenue, PE ratio. Please don't joke with it. Please don't joke with these metrics at all. Then you can read on price to book ratio too. So return on equity too is very important. So return on equity means how a company turns shareholders' money into profits. So you can just go over them, but the most important, you see this price to earning ratio, their revenue, their profit after tax. They are the basics every investor must understand. So like I said, for you to get to this point, I'm going to share this Excel document with Muyiwa. So simple technical analysis of the market. This is the last aspect. And this is one of the most important as well. And this is one of the most underrated aspects of stocks. There are a lot of Chartered Stockbroker, a lot of Chartered Financial Analysts, a lot of accountants. They don't understand it. And it is to me, it is the simplest. I won't say very because I'm used to it. I look at charts every day. There's no day I don't look at charts. I look at charts every day. So you can go and read this on your own. You can read this aspect on your own, but there's an aspect that is very important. The next slide. So I tell people, fundamentals will tell you the past, while technical analysis will show you the future. Like I said, in the markets, you judge people by their past. You judge a company by their past. Yes, you judge a company by their past. If UBA is not paying dividend, if you are paying rubbish dividend, I'm not going to put my money in that stock. And that is why the stock is doing like evil spirit. It is static. The likes of UBA, Tony Stocks, the life of Transcorp, they are static. Transcorp, you see them, they will pay you maybe 0.10 kobo. Does it make sense? It doesn't. And so that is why the stock has been static for long. So now, I want to teach people some major technical indicator that works for Nigerian markets. I mean, I've studied the market and I've realized these 4 major indicators, they work. Now, I won't just read them to you, but I'll just do a simple technical analysis for you to just see. So there's what we call the MACD. Please don't be scared of all of these things. You can just put it on ChatGPT and read about them. MACD. MACD identifies trend direction and momentum. So in a nutshell, if MACD causes the signal, I'm going to show you live now what MACD is and what is signal line. If MACD crosses above the signal line, it means the stock is in a bull season. Within that time frame, it means that stock is in a bull time. But when MACD crosses below signal time, it means that stock is giving a what? A bearish signal, that is a sell signal. And there's what we call the RSI, Relative Strength Index. This is very, very important. I don't joke with it. So maybe now Zenith Bank has been going up, has been rising like an edifice. How do you want to know that? This stock is currently at the overbought levels. This stock is currently at the oversold level. When a stock is at overbought levels, it means it is time to sell. When a stock is currently at its oversold levels, it means it is time to buy. So when RSI reading is above 70, you must be careful of such stocks. You must be very, very, very careful of such stock. So reading above 70 shows that it is at the peak level, meaning price can still fall, while reading below 30 shows that it is at the lowest level, price might rise. There's another one they call money flow. You see, this money flow is very, very, very important. This one shows you the amount of money that is entering a stock. It shows you whether money is entering a stock or money is leaving a stock. So what makes the market to move? It is money. When you see that a stock is rising, Rema Bank has made 10% today. What's the reason why? It's because people brought in money to the market. That's the reason. When the stock is going down, maybe I remove my 4 billion there now. The market is going to go down because of me. It's going to go down. But when you see market going up, it means new funds are entering. But how can you know? You can know that through technical analysis. But there's nothing technical about this analysis at all. There's nothing technical about it. I don't know where they got that name from. Seriously, to just check it. There's nothing technical about it. But for beginners level, let me just show you practical before we draw the curtain tonight. Within 5 minutes, I'm going to leave this place. So also there's this ADS. I don't really use this one like that. It's just to show you whether its trend is strong or weak. ADS above 25 shows that, okay, probably the stock is surging. It can show you, the market is still strong. The market can still go up again. ADS of 20 showing it means the market might tank. Like if they are selling, it means they can still keep on selling. Yes, so let me end this slideshow and let's go to technical analysis. But where do I do my technical analysis? It is investing.com. There's nothing hard about it. There's nothing technical about it. Where is investing.com? Okay, good. So investing.com. Please, you see this investing.com NGS, it must be going there every time. If I want to look at any stock, apart from looking at their financial, the next thing I go and look at what their technical analysis. So let us look at technical analysis for Access Bank, because I know Access Bank is underpriced, is extremely underpriced. Access Corp. There's even Access on New York Stock Exchange. It's not this. Access Holdings. Access Holdings. Okay, good. Access Corp. So this is Lagos. This is our own. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not meant to come here. So you are meant to go to charts. Once you go to charts, go to live charts. Like I said, there's nothing complex about this technical analysis. This becomes technical if after this section, you don't go back to your system and do what I am doing. It becomes what? It becomes technical analysis. Because there's nothing technical about you are going to see what I will do here now. There's nothing technical about it. But the moment you don't go back to practice what I am doing, is going to be extremely technical, and it's going to be truly, truly technical. But I think I need to change my network. I'm not sure. Let me quickly change my network. Yes, sir. Turn on my hotspot. Turn on my hotspot. Let me just do this. Oh.
You could probably try refreshing it.
Yes,
Sure.
can you see my screen? Okay, good. So investing.com, sometimes you just need to refresh and refresh again. Like I said, ab initio, you are going to come to charts, live charts. You go to chart, live charts. Then you come to this place, type access corp. Then you look for anyone that has Lagos, access holdings. Have you seen it? Access holdings. Then it's showing you, this one is showing you stock, Tokyo. That's, is it Japan? Then this one is showing you Lagos. Go to that of Lagos. There's nothing technical about this. See, for this Nigerian market, the market is still a small market. What I mean by a small market, a stock in the US market is bigger than the whole of Nigerian stock market. And the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, that is South Africa, when I did my analysis, it was 19 times bigger than Nigerian stock market. So I realized that indicators are working for this market so much. So now what am I going to do? I brought in this access corp. So you go to this place, you can see it is called indicators. Don't be scared. Click indicators. Look at all those indicators I mentioned there. I mentioned money flow. You can just type money flow. Money flow. Money flow is here. I'm going to explain something now. But ensure that you put it at 1 day. Put this thing at 1 day, 1 day here. This is money, this is indicator. I'll put my money flow there. That is what it's showing here. So for money flow, just type MF or the full one, money flow. Just click it. It will bring these charts for you. So go to this indicator again. There's what I call one MACD, MACD. MACD. So this is MACD. This is MACD. The red one is called the signal line. So then I said ROSI, Relative Strength Index. You are going to click it too. And there's another one I called Average Directional Index, ADS. See, if you don't read those slides, you might not tend to understand. Read those slides, write all of those indicators down. All what you just need to do is that just come to this indicator aspect. Muyiwa, we are going to share this video with everyone. Are you going to share with everyone?
Yes, definitely.
So that you can see this demonstration, because the major thing is the demonstration. You get everybody
Definitely.
can tend to read, you can read it, but you might not understand how you can go about it on investing.com. So you can go to this one, these indicators, and just type ADS, Average Directional Index. Go button. Looking at this access now, what this thing is showing us that Access Bank has traded for like 36 naira before, 35 naira. This I means up. This one now is down. It's down to like 24 naira, 5 kobo. So what are the information now this thing is passing? Look at this. Let's start with this money flow. Money flow reading is showing 44. It's showing there are no, like, the funds in this market, they are not large at all. A reading above 70 means there are a lot of funds in the market. Let me quickly show you an example. I think Mikio was on full bid last Friday. Like it did like 10%. Let me quickly check Mikio. You see this money flow now. If you go up, Mikio. Can you see money flow for Mikio? What is it? Muyiwa, can you see it?
Yeah, sure.
Can you see? This is 100.
Yes, 100.
It means a lot of funds entered the stock. So you can always be changing the stock here. This analysis, everything will be changing. Let me just go back to my assets holdings. It means there are no great funds in this market. So MACD, what's MACD? You see this blue line is called MACD. This red line is called the signal line. If you look at this red line, looking at this thing very well, is above this blue line. This is the red line showing at the tip here. Is above this blue line. But the better way you can still know is that, yeah, you can see this green line, MACD is above signal line here. This histogram here is going to shoot up. This red thing, can you see it is up?
Yeah.
The one here is down. This one up is showing this is an uptrend, and that is why the market went up here. This one here, the signal MACD, this blue line is above the signal line. But looking at, oh, this market is down. There's an histogram here. This down market here also. This histogram is like it is not yet completed. But me, I know that if the market should tank a little bit again, it's going to like be in this similitude. So what this is telling us that the market is still a downtrend. But assuming I were you and I want to invest in assets, I'll be looking at this money flow here at 1 day. Remember, I said 1 day. If you are doing an analysis, it should be 1 day. If money flow is entering 57, 58, 60, bro, I'm going to put, if I'm liquid, I'll just put my money in that stock. It means investors, they've started looking at the way of access. Now, relative strength index, this ROSI is very important. It tells you whether a stock is at oversold level. When a stock is at oversold level, it also signal a time to buy. Meaning that stock is at its lowest state. Can you see this ROSI now? It's showing 39. Can you see that it is pointing downward, Abby?
Yeah.
Now, when the stock was trading for 35 naira, look at ROSI here. Can you see the way it was up? So it means it was time like, oh, people can start selling. Oh, this peak point is risky. But now it has turned down. I can bet you there are some people that entered Access Bank at 35 naira. I'm not kidding you. Access is 24. If you enter the stock right now and like maybe leave that money for long period, you'll be in big money because Access Bank, they have LG financials. Are you with me? So you can also read up this ADS too. I've explained it there. All of this, put it in ChatGPT. You just open this chart. You can even save them. You can save this layout and come back to it. You can just call it access. But ensure you register with investing.com. Me, I'm using premium. We are using premium, Sha. Me and my friends, we contributed money. We are using premium. So just go to save. Oton, you can always come back to look for the saved charts, the charts you saved. So you can go back to this video and just go and read online, ADS, money flow. That's how I learned money flow. But believe you me, these 4 major indicators, they work for me like I do other things, so but these are the major things, like these are the major stuffs I do. And also finally, this market, you need patience. See, if you want to invest in the stock market and you know you are not patient, please, once you are bringing your money from your house to the stock market, you must also come with patience, because this market rewards patience. You have to be extremely patient. I'm telling you. you have to be extremely patient and are going to reap a good reward from the market. A lot of times, a lot of people are demanding from the stock market what this fixed income market can never give them. And it is so bad. When you hear capital market, it means long term. Fixed income market is for 365 days. Treasury bill, you can go and do it. But you see the stock market, if you cannot wait for like 2 years, I cannot say you won't make profits within 2 weeks, 4 weeks. But your mind should be like, oh, this one is for like 2 years, though. But I'm telling you, within 5 days, you can make 40%. I've seen stocks too like that. Like there was a client I was talking to. I said, let us buy Japan Gold now. I said, okay, what's the reason why you must buy Japan Gold? Oh, I saw this news on Japan Gold. I saw the federal government want to do this, that. You bought Japan Gold at 2 naira 20 kobo. Japan Gold went down to 1 naira 75. So the guy and said, Taiwo, but you said, I said, yes, I'm confident of this stock. And that is why I am patient with the stock. But I have the reason why I'm being patient with, because this is the news I had. I look at their financials, it is fair enough. It is not as if it is strong. Lo and behold, a news came on Japan Gold. We were able to sell the stock at 4 naira 8 kobo. We made it nothing less than 85% in that transaction. In less than a year. You can never make that kind of money from the fixed income market. So if you must come to this market, you must come with patience. Thank you. Muyiwa.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Where will I start from? Now I have to sit very well so that I have to sit very well and consume this whole thing. But yeah, this has been super helpful, right? Super helpful. Which is one of the reasons why it's important to bring in other people and share with the community about how they approach things. I'm quite sure that if I'm the one to explain this, I won't go this approach, right? And which is the good part of this whole thing, because that if there will be anything better. This is super simple. Yeah, so as I was saying, like I would have gone like different approach or something entirely. So this is super, super helpful and useful to us. So thank you so much, Taiwo. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being as simple as possible with everyone and sharing this information. I'm quite sure that a lot of people would have benefited from this. And like you said, I will share this later on. I mean, some of us are enjoying the little here and there. I was talking with someone recently, and I was telling the person that, was it 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago that I made a trade on something, and the thing went up like 60%. I'm like, okay, interesting. Let's see how this thing goes. So what I'm just trying to say is that there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to get from the market. There's a lot to get from the market, there's a lot to do. So what you just need to do is take a look at the market, learn, go over things over and over and over again. Use this knowledge that you have gotten. What you can do is proofread it, more like send it to the market, try to do it for US market, try to do it for the Nigerian market. I'm quite sure you'll be able to make like very solid investment for it, right? So that's one thing I want you guys to do. Please and please, I know you guys have questions and then we'll go through it next. Yeah, I know you guys have questions, we'll go through that next. But I just want you to know that whatsoever knowledge you have kind of acquired or consumed now, the difference between everybody is actually the decision. And he mentioned it at the beginning of the class. Decision. A lot of people will get information about a lot of things. What differentiates us is just our decision. Just make decision and put money into it. Was it 2 weeks ago or something? I did a research about a company, and I know this company is going to do well. It's 218. It's either I just forget about it or put my money into it. Something happened earlier that I was looking at the company, and in my own eyes, this company went from that price I know, and it did about 100% or more than 100% within like less than a month, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Right. And I was looking at the stock, I'm like, it will come down, it will not work. Till it gets to over 100%, going to almost 200%. So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes when you see something, make decision. Will it hurt you? Yes. But yeah, you leave to try again. That's the word. So it will hurt you, and then you go again and make things better, and you learn from the market and then move on from there. All right. So we allow us to ask your question. Please, if you're Arsenal fan, try to keep it as calm as possible. Don't over explain your question so that you will not get too emotional. Just keep it calm and simple, please. Thank you so much. Who will go next? Mr. Suleiman, do you want to go? Again, keep it simple. If you are supporting Arsenal, keep it simple so you don't become too emotional. And if you are supporting PSG too, keep it simple. Thank you. Suleiman, do you want to go? Or if you have a question, you can just, any other person that have a question, you can raise up your hand, and then let's take it. Eli, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so good evening, everyone, and Mr. Taiwo, thank you so much. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for this. This is incredible, honestly. So I'll give it. I'm leader of the funds, right? So very real quick, how can I integrate all of these things you said? Because I know that most of them are on different websites. So how can I integrate some of them, like, because I'm using Claude, on Claude, and then link it to the spreadsheet so that it's really, really easy for me to synthesize everything you've just said. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. I was feeling like I should answer the question, but anyways, I'll let Mr. Taiwo answer the question.
It's not something that is difficult, because even currently, I generated a skill called NGS Alpha Engine. I don't think I can share it with anyone right now, but I think you can interact with Claude. You can just sit down with Claude, and you know the way you communicate with Holy Spirit. I think you can just, I'm being realistic. You can just sit down with Claude and tell Claude your problem. You are going to, sometimes a lot of, like, I was speaking to a friend 2 days ago. I just came back from it, but I was like telling me, see, a lot of us want to get the best in life, but a lot of us, we don't want to sacrifice our money. Now, if you want to get the best of Claude, see, just go and subscribe. I was like trying to integrate a manual process. I wanted to, like, okay, make it faster for me. I explained it to Claude. I took a lot of minutes. I explained my problem to Claude, and in less than 5 minutes, when I wanted to do that task that would take me like 4 hours, I'll be crying. You you are saying me, I'm smiling now. There are some work that you feel like crying because the life of the company is hinged on it. I trained Claude like more than 30 minutes. When I wanted to do that task again, I sent it to him because I generated that skill. Claude was able to do it for me in less than 3 minutes. So my own is just that you can speak to Claude. Oh, Claude, on investing.com. This is on investing.com. This is what I want you to do. Go and pick your data from investing.com. Pick your data from this. So I want to generate this and that. Claude is going to give you possible solutions. But ensure you're using premium. It's not as if you are using the normal Claude and you are using is it not Opus 7 or Opus 6? No, use Opus 7 or Opus 8. When you use Opus 7, Opus 8, it will be sucking your token. Hope you are aware, but it's going to give you the best of results. Just try it. If you cannot get something out of it, you can reach out to me.
All right, great. Thank you. So Henry, you can, in addition to what you said, you can always link it up. So there is MCP for Claude and some of these websites where you can just get data directly to your Claude from them. It's not that difficult. So there might be limitation at some point, but it's not that difficult. The manual method is for you to make a screenshot from there, put it on Claude, and Claude interpret that for you. But if you have a paid account, you can just link it up with your MCP. You will just take data from there, and you can use that data with other platforms, bring them together, and build like even a website yourself that you could use all those data and then review it on your own website. And then you can train it, more like an agent, train it to be specific to how you think about investment. So all these things are possible, and it's not even magic, right? So what you do is just maybe start with even asking Claude how to use Claude, right? So I think that is also important for everybody. Any AI that you are doing, just go to that AI and try to ask the AI how to use them perfectly. They will kind of explain a bit more in details for you, and then you can build it from there. But yeah, it's super possible. Yes, ChatGPT Premium too can do it. Yes, it can. Yeah. So they have their own agents too, so they can plug in. For example, Yahoo Finance, ChatGPT can draw information from Yahoo Finance. You can draw information from investing.com too. TradingView can draw information from it. So all those websites can draw information from it, and then you'll be able to build something with it. So it's possible. You just have to ask ChatGPT Premium how to do it, and then we show you the different means or different method of how you can do it, and you're good.
See, the major thing is just that, just communicate with it. Like, when if you should go and see a doctor, doctors are not like you telling them I'm having a headache. They hate it. How are you feeling? The first thing is, how are you feeling? Oh, something is banging on your head. Like you are feeling something in your chest. You shouldn't just tell them the name. Talk to Claude. You want to do this, this, and this. This is what you have. This is what you have. How can you link this together? It's going to like develop a skill for it. So that next time when you are coming, if you want to do that kind of thing, it would have understand because you have changed it. Just talk to it. Just keep it simple. Like I said, just keep it simple.
Sure. Mr. Joseph, do you want to go next?
Okay. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo, for this section. I really learned a lot. First time. Let me say I know about finance. I actually went from Saki. So coming here, and like you kicked deep, and I also it's really powerful for real. So my question is basically based on something like US stocks, Egyptian, like that. For instance, I already know how I can analyze it with investing.com, but how can I spot potential sectors to invest in? For example, when you went to that NGS, you now saw like this is how many percent finance sector was doing. You saw how many percent the consumer goods. So how can you spot potential ones, and then before you now start using investing.com to analyze the best one? I'm not talking about Nigerians. Like I said, US
Now, I
stocks.
think I have to ask you that. What is the topic of today's discourse? Like, Muyiwa, can you tell us the topic again? Muyiwa.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm just laughing because
When I was at the point I was preparing my slide, I was like, should I talk about US market? I said, no. Mama said, this is Nigeria. I'm serious. I was like, at a point, should I integrate US market? When I looked at it, I realized it's Nigeria. Let me just maintain. Though, how will I even put it?
But some of those things that you mentioned really work for the US market. I think they are baseline for whatsoever market it is that you are dealing with. Though our focus today is in Nigeria, that's how to identify undervalued and high potential investment in Nigeria. But I think most of the things that you mentioned, they work just almost like exactly in the US market. For example,
I'm with you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so what I mean is, for example, I'm more about US market than Nigeria market. Like, I'm really a big fan of US market. Do I love Nigeria market? Yes, but I'm a big fan of it. So what I'm trying to say is that the way you talk about the sectorial part, then you talk about the fundamentals, they work exactly in the US market, right? So I think if the person look at it in that regard, of what the teachings for today is and they apply it to the US market, we'll be in a good position.
And so, but my own is that, you see all these foreign markets, what did I do? What I did is that, the best way to understand this market, I don't want to learn it on my own. My own mantra is that the journey that took my mentors 10 years must not take me 10 years. That is foolishness. It should take me like 4 years. There are a lot of top-notch researchers in the US market. How can I get into them? I do premium subscription. Should I do it alone with my money? No, that would be foolishness because I know I'll be helping a lot of people. I called my circle, guys, let us do premium. I wanted to do Yahoo Finance, but it was like almost close to 1 million naira. I said, no, let me know this thing. Then I told them, let us do that of investing. Then we did it. Now, if I want to generate any research report on any stock, I can open investing.com now, go and get any report on it. My own is just that top analysts, they've analyzed it. My own is just to go through them and invest and be in the news.
What's his name again? Sorry, Mr. I missed the person that asked question now.
It's me.
Yeah, Mr. Joseph. Can you reiterate your question again? I want to get a part of it, if you don't mind.
Like, the part is not for investing.com. Of course, I learned how to use investing.com to make my analysis. But what I'm saying is, you have to choose a particular sector before you now pick some stocks. For example, you have the finance sector, you have the but then you pick some stocks and then you start making. So that's the point I'm actually asking. Like,
okay, now let me I think the solution to what you are saying is that, see, let us begin with you. Like, okay, I just want to give you an assignment. I understand what you are saying perfectly. See, just go and sit down with Yahoo Finance.
Yahoo Finance.
Yes. See, just go and sit down. Just Yahoo Finance is enough. See, when you are reading probably stock articles on Yahoo Finance, some things will be popping up. Undervalued stock. Just go and read about them. When you read about them, and probably when you come up with some stocks, me, myself, personally, I can generate research reports. They are not online. You have to pay for them. If you can reach out to me, personally, I'm promising you, just list those stocks. Me, I'll get you a research report on them. You can just read them. When you read them, then you tend to understand this market more and more. Sure, you understand. But the major thing is, when you are reading, we are reading about Palantir now. From there, they are going to talk about an AI stock. So when they're talking about it, they say, Trump is looking at investing money in that stock. They are giving you information. Like my friend was telling me about some drone stocks. I was in Ibadan. So it was like telling me like 2 days, maybe 3 days ago. He said, I will look at a news. Trump said he's going to do this. On the next day, stocks they are jumping by 17%, 20%. That is the power of news. That is the power of it. And that is why you must have connection with people. You must be connected with people that are in the market. It is from hearsay, some people will make 40%. My boss, we were going one day, we were in the car. She made a call. The MD told her that, they said that UCAP wants to do 2 for 1. And they were having their meeting. They were doing the AGM. They've gotten information. They went to the stock market to buy. I will not lie to you. In less than 30 minutes, they released the news that, UCAP wanted to do 2 for 1. The stock started going up for days. It's even more than 5 days. It's in history, it's in the market. I think you can even check investing.com to look at how the market was like going for days. That thing happened in 2024. I can never forget in my life. So news is very, very important. Be in the news. Nairametrics, please download it on your phone. They have their app. Nairametrics, just be reading. It is through Nairametrics I got to know that federal government wanted to be investing 20 billion naira monthly in Julius Berger in 2024. I saw that news. We bought the stock for my company. They made mad money. Was their financial extremely okay? No. Did technicals tell me to buy? Yes, it was telling me to buy, but we've rated. We've already positioned ourselves. But the news pushed that stock up. A stock that was like trading I think Julius Berger then was like trading for 90 something naira in 2024. You can fact check what I'm saying. Now I don't know how much they should be trading, maybe above 200 now, something like they made a lot of money there. So news is very, very important. One of the best ways to become an analyst is by reading. I think that is the best way to become an analyst. Just start with reading. So just be conversant with Yahoo Finance. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think my answer to is very similar to, as you said, Yahoo Finance. I said, okay, that's the direction I wanted to say it too. Because the more you look at the market, the more you get acquainted with it, and the more you get acquainted with it, you just begin to know some certain things. Like it just works like that. If you're open to the market begins to express itself to you, and before you know it, you get idea about things to invest in.
True.
Adedeji, do you want to go next? Adedeji Samuel. Or before you go, Adedeji Samuel,
Yes.
I want to
Okay.
1 minute before you go, please, if you don't mind.
This is one of the people to ask question. No, like he's my big boss, Sulaiman.
Yeah, definitely.
Please.
I wanted. So we have 2 questions here, I believe. I want to believe that for the person that is asking for if they can buy stock and lock it for a year and withdraw your money, if there's anything like that, I want to ask if the question has been answered, or do we need to still talk about it? Just let us know in the chat if you still need us to address it, but if it's good, it has been answered. Okay, great. Thank you. So I didn't just you can go ahead, please. Apologies for that.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the training for this evening. Actually, I have 2 questions. And the first one, maybe you didn't thought it, but I feel like asking it. We get a stock from a public offer, and we've been trying as much as possible to transfer that stock from the company to the brokers that we are using. But I think we've tried as much as possible to communicate with the company, but I think they are not responding. We also try to communicate with our own brokers, but still the same thing. Look, I don't know the right way to even go about this currently.
What's your second
That's
question?
my first question. Okay, my second question has to do with, you made mention of the steps that you take in order to get the right stock. And one of the things you made mention is that you have to check through different industry and sectors and all that. And my question has to do with that. We have more than in Nigerian stock market. We have more than 200 to 300 stocks. Did you just screen based on the sector alone, or you just follow the news, or what is the metrics you use in selecting the stock that you want to invest into? That is my second question.
Okay. So that first one you're talking about right issue. What stocks are you talking about? What right issue are you talking about?
I said public offer.
Okay, public offer. Yeah. Like what?
Yes,
which stock?
It's a bank stock.
Okay, yes. Who is your broker?
What's it called? Invest.
Halfway Invest. Okay.
Yes.
So what is now happening?
The thing now is that we want to move the stock from the company, transfer to the the brokers, but I don't know what is going on.
The company you bought it from, you want it to be in your CSCS, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you're not talking to a senior person. But what are you communicating with?
I try to communicate with the company via their mail, but there's no response. I try to communicate with my own brokers also.
What company is that?
Sir?
What company is that?
What's it called? It's Fidelity.
I will table the matter to somebody. But I will
Okay.
table it to senior person. Not unless I've not done that before, but I'm going to table the matter to senior person. So see,
Okay.
regarding stocks, I tell people there's no singular metrics that is sufficient enough to select stocks. You combine everything. And that is why I said you're always in the news. You see this Nairametrics? You see the NGS website? I have it as an app. I went to Play Store to download Nairametrics. I'm in the news. I relate with other brokers. I'm in a lot of platforms. I do my fundamentals. When I look at these stocks, their fundamentals are good. I look at my technical analysis, monitor their money flow. Like the one I told you now, me and my boss were going one day. We went to visit an office. Then somebody called that. They said, you can't want to do 2 for 1. By hearing that thing, Mama logged in a laptop. He said, driver should park. Before they finished that meeting in less than 30 minutes, the stock started spiking for days. If you want me to look at it, I can do for you now on investing.com. You can spiking for days. Are you with me? So there's no singular metrics. You must be in the news. You must combine fundamentals, technicals. They are very, very important. It's very, very, very important.
All right, thank you. Sam, has it been answered?
Yes, of course. But the first question, should I reach out to you or should I reach out to?
So for the first question, I want to ask just to really understand. Did you purchase it for yourself or on behalf
Yes,
of your company?
no, for myself, not on behalf of the company.
All right, from yourself. Then the first
Yes.
purchase that you made it from which company? Is it on Afri Invest or with your company Fidelity?
The shares happens to be a public offer, which was made mention.
Yes.
So the shares was purchased directly from Fidelity. That is their registrar. I forgot the name of their registrar now. So the stock was purchased from their registrar. Now I told the registrar to transfer that stock into my what's it called now, broker's account, but they are unable to do that. I've met both the registrar and my own. You said what?
I wanted to ask, what's the name of the broker's company that you want them to transfer it to?
It's Afri Invest.
Okay. So now, where the issue is between them
The
transferring.
registrar.
So is it first registrars?
I forgot the name of the registrar.
So, you know what I will even advise you to do? See, for this thing to be effective, I'm going to send you some SEC people email. See, just be copying them. That is how I used to do. You know, Nigerian people, I like ignoring mails. So I'm going to send you some mails, like some SEC senior persons. Don't only send that email again, just CC them. You don't need to copy FCC. It has not gotten to their matter. It's SEC level. Just I'm going to send you like two emails. Bro, I think they should respond to, but I will table the matter to senior person today or tomorrow. No, it should be on Monday. I'll table it to one senior broker like that. But this has happened since when? Like, is it up to 2 months?
It's more than 2 months now.
No. You need to copy SEC, please. They are not taking your money, but it's just that they are like adessical about it.
Exactly. Nobody wants to take responsibility.
This market is extremely safe, in all honesty, but they are just not taking it with their strength rather.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Right, thank you, sir.
So, Sam, you can reach out to me by, let's say, Monday.
Okay.
I think by then,
All right.
I have a thing or two, and then I can share with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you guys so much. Any other question? As we, it's been like a really long one. So if you have any questions, let's just do the final one and then wrap this up. But I want everyone to please appreciate Mr. Taiwo. Like, this is a lot, right? So please and please appreciate Mr. Taiwo for the information he shared with us, for the knowledge, for keeping it simple, for answering the questions, and for the amazing work that he's doing. Samuel, you already dropped it, so please just do that. So thank you, Taiwo. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate this effort. And then for the recording to be shared with us, basically on the channel, so you just see it, then you can rewatch it as it is. And also, once I have the slide, I will share it there, so we are good. Again, thank you so much. I don't know why we're laughing, but I believe it's a good thing she's laughing. So yeah. Mr. Taiwo, do you have final what you want to share with us before we wrap this up?
So I think the last thing I'm going to say is that please be AI proficient. Be AI proficient. It is very, 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 very important, because you are getting to a generation whereby like the role of analyst will be fading out, because you can just pick an analyst report and train AI that, oh, this is the company financials, I want to design something like this. And the only thing you can just do, you just go and read it. AI will just interpret everything to you, whether you should buy or not buy. So I'm just encouraging everybody to just be AI proficient. Very, very, very important. Be AI proficient. And you see all those stockbroker, people that are in the market, be their friend. They relate with them. Pick their brain. You understand? So that's just it. That's just my and just be patient with the market. See, if you want to invest in the market, as I come with your money, also come with patience. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. for this opportunity. It is a big privilege, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. So that brings us to the end of this month. Till next month. Coming up next month is another wonderful person. In fact, the person always talk about investments back to back, both for the diaspora and then for Nigeria. So, but then, before we show you guys who the person is, but anyways, that will bring us to the end of this month. See you guys in June, and please enjoy, make good decision, invest, make money. And yeah, that's it. See you guys later.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.